What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Terence Bud Crawford and Amir King Kong. It looks like this fight is getting closer and closer to fruition. It looks like it may be official. You know, the top pound for pound fighter takes on Amir Khan, which I call the legacy chaser, because that's exactly what Amir Khan is. If you notice anything about Amir Khan, he dares to be great. He chases all the big fights. He does avoid certain fights, though, in sacrifice for chasing the big fights. Now, unfortunately, he didn't get all the big names he wanted to fight. Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather, to name a couple. But he was in there with Canelo Alvarez when he moved up in weight to fight Canelo Alvarez at the Canelo weight, and we all know what happened. However, you know, he's fighting someone his same size, which is Terrance Bud Crawford. You know, this fight is exciting to me because this gives Terrence Bud Crawford the opportunity to do exactly what Floyd Mayweather did with Arturo Gatti, okay? It gives him a bigger platform, and it raises his tier, especially at the welterweight division. Okay, he was the undisputed light welterweight champion. Now he's trying to do the same thing, and this is a step further. You know, this is going in the right direction for Terrence Bud Crawford. Also, it gets him out of the same stable of fighters that he's been accustomed to, because, you know, of course, Amir King Kong is a Eddie Hearn fighter now, but he is advised by Al Haymon. So that's another step from crossing over to fight other places, to have other people that give them no excuses not to fight this guy. Because if you can fight Amir King Kong, which he collaborates just like Danny Jacobs, he's also signed with Hearn, but he does have his advisement with Al Haymon. Okay, there's no reason why guys like Earl Spence and all those guys over there, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, why they can't fight Terrence Bud Crawford either. So this is a step in the right direction. Amir Khan, with his legacy chasing, he states that he cannot overlook an opportunity like that, and he's absolutely right. I give Amir Khan props because he could have swept this under the rug. He could have looked at that 5,000 and made an excuse. Well, I'm fighting Brooke. Well, dude, you've been trying to fight Brooke, or talks of fighting Brooke, for the longest. Okay, that fight, like he states, will always be there. It will. You know, it won't be as big as it was, but it already been tapped out. Okay, that fight is already lost its interest. It's a lackluster at this point. Yeah, sure, for a cult following, for the UK fans, people would love to see that fight. I get it, but that fight has been overtalked and actually just burnt out. All right. So, yeah, those guys will fight eventually when they're older, whatever. It could be a grudge match or something like that. You know, as far as Kell Brook, he should, you know, do his own legacy chasing, which he tried back in the day when he went up to 160 to fight Golovkin, and then went back down to fight Earl Spence, you know, to defend his title there, you know, and we know what happened on both of those, you know, broken eye, right? So he, you know, he has had his own battles with that. But back to Amir King Kong, he looked he looked decent in the Samuel Vargas fight. You know, the Phil Greco fight, he looked very good, very impressive, very strong. So he needed those two wins to have the, you know, to have the confidence coming back into a fight with two strong competitors to, you know, to get in there with Terrence Bud Crawford. And I hope it happens. It's supposed to be announced next week, but it's not official. Okay. But the talks are very promising. Eddie Hearn, you know, works good with everyone, or he tries, or whatever, you know. So I don't see why they can't, Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn can't come together to make these two guys fight each other. Because, again, you know, Khan with the speed, you know, and the quickness and those combinations, the aggressiveness that he has, the aggressiveness, you know, like he did with Pacquiao, that times of sparring. So that's a lot of experience that he brings to the table, you know, especially been in there with Canelo also. So Canelo spar with Manny Pacquiao. Now you're going to fight you're going to need it, because you're going to go in there and fight the best in the world, which is Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is daring to be great. He has the spirit of pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, I feel, and he wants to do everything he wants to make these big fights happen. And I take my hat off to both of these guys. So it's big for the sport of boxing, and I look forward to the announcement, the official announcement. And when it does get announced, you will hear it here. one of the first channels. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this fight drawing near. Of course, please subscribe, hit the like button, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.